radio was against the law since 1921. And God asked me to start Christian radio in 1968. Wait a minute, if I got that right. 1978. And it took me 15 years to get the law changed. And the law changed on 1993.
Under which prime minister?
Didn't matter. It doesn't matter who the prime minister is. It's God, and he changed it. And we started our first Canadian Christian radio station in February of 1994.
In Calgary or Barrie?
In Edmonton. And then we started the first Christian television station in Lethbridge in 1996.
And what are you doing now?
Now one just needs to...
We're broadcasting Talk Truth. It took me 15 years to get the law changed in Canada, and in one afternoon I saw God change the CRTC 180 degrees. One afternoon. Now why did it take 15 years? I think it's perseverance. I think God's testing us to say, okay, are you fighting for the truth? Do you believe in the truth? Do you believe in me? All right, let me watch that. Let me see that. It's okay if you have a dream for a year or two, but to hang on to that for 15 years, my wife and I, and she's gone to be with the Lord now, but basically what we said was this: one of three things is going to happen. Either we're going to get Christian radio, or I would die, or Jesus would return. End of story. So I ask these Christian politicians who say they're Christian, are you prepared to die on this mount? And when they say, I'm not sure, forget it. It won't happen. You have to be prepared to die on this mountain if we're going to get freedom. There's a cost to freedom. And look at all these patrons and the memorial wall down the street here and whatever. People died so that they could have freedom. We as Christians got to realize it's not, whether or not the woke yells names at us and calls us bigot and homophobic and all that kind of thing. That doesn't matter. What matters is we are going to stand for what God wants us to do, period. End of story.
Can you just say about that most of the Bible was written from jail?
Most of the Bible was written by the Apostle Paul, and he was in jail. And he says, I want you to follow me and be like me, except for these chains. The chains was no big deal. It was like, Peter was in jail. And then, of course, look at the, John lost his head. James got killed. I mean, Jesus, when he was born, Herod was so mad, he put an edict out that all baby boys 2 years and younger will be killed. And so that's when the angel told Joseph to take Jesus to Egypt, right? So what are we living in? We're living in a world where there's an enemy and he's out to steal, kill, and destroy. But if we are afraid of him, then he wins. If we know that Jesus gave us authority over the enemy, then we win. And it's that simple.